Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
So Christina had written in and said, is it a good idea to collect data for my son's doc? His endocrinologist referral is not until March. Ugh. And I just want to say for a second, we're seeing this across the board with healthcare, that when people need access to healthcare, they're being told that the waiting list for things is 3 months, 6 months, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Dr. Grand-Pichet, but I think that people need to at least attempt to escalate that. Because with insurance, you have a right to healthcare. So by making you wait and it's the squeaky wheel that always gets the grease. Almost every insurance company right now, you guys, has a patient advocate. Sometimes they call it the ombudsman or the patient advocate. You always have the right to reach out to them and say, why am I being denied access to healthcare? This is an inordinate amount of wait time, because the pressure is on them to make sure that the providers provide.
Yeah.
So that long, that's 6 months to wait for an endocrinologist.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. It really, truly is crazy. You should push it. You should call your insurance company and just say, this is poor access to care. I need help and I need it faster. It is difficult with endocrinology. There are not that many doctors who can help you, but I think it's extremely important to push it. And to answer your question, yes, there is actually, and this mom, I know you are a card family, I think, and or perhaps still have access to skills, because there is the technology that we built years ago for skills, for card, is called Skills, and on there is a tracking mechanism. So you have what's called the clinical timeline, and that is a line graph that shows the child's ongoing rate of acquisition and ongoing rate of challenging behaviors. So in other words, how much is the child learning and how many challenging behaviors are there at any given moment? And that is what's very valuable to doctors, because they can see exactly other events that are occurring that might instigate increased behaviors, that type of thing. So I think it is important. It's very helpful to give data. In fact, one of the things I always try to teach supervisors to do is to actually share their data. It's one of the key elements of working together with physicians.
Yeah. And she says the input and output of fluid collecting data, they think he has diabetes insipidus like his sister.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, that sounds like something that shouldn't wait 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, almost everything that we have going on with our kids shouldn't wait, right? I mean, I'm just doing across the board diagnoses for families in other states, because sometimes families are waiting, a year for just to get a diagnosis, which is crazy, because then it's a year later in that child's life.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's a big shortage of services across the board.
Yeah. So please reach out to your insurance company, though, because sometimes if they can't, what the problem is that they've said to you, well, within our network, we don't have somebody who's available for 6 months. So 2 things there. I would say, well, then let me be on the waiting list when there's a cancellation and call me. But if that's really the case, if you really don't have somebody for 6 months, then they should give you access to someone who's out of network at in-network prices. And they will do that if you're the squeaky wheel. But you be nice. I always say be nice, but be persistent. You know what Nancy Alspaugh Jackson says? Be a dog on a pork chop. And just don't let up. I always think about that, because a dog on a pork chop, man, they're all business. They're not letting up.
Thanks for watching Autism Live. If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now.
To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.